I said Jonathan Isaac on a per minute basis is the best defender I've ever seen.
There's no guy that's giving me more value.
Name me a defender who's as good as he is in 15 minutes or less.
Per minute, though.
No. Ever, Mars.
Yes, name me a defender
in
ever
the history
who played,
of the National Basketball
Name me
Association.
a defender ever who played as few minutes as Jonathan Isaac who's as good as Jonathan Isaac. You might say ever's crazy, but you can't think of one.
I can't
in
say
that little bit in that little bit of time, because essentially what Mars is saying is that you come in for 10 minutes and shut the door on somebody. That 10 minutes could be in the fourth quarter. That 10 minutes that 10 minutes could be in the fourth quarter. That 10 minutes could be in the third quarter when this team basically went on a run and he basically came in and shut the door on them. That 10 minutes could be something similar to that, as opposed to a guy that might be even more valuable than a guy playing 30 minutes and having a guy go 8 for 25. That may be even more valuable than that. But I'm thinking about the value of him playing the amount. I think he plays less than 20 minutes. The game before Sacramento, I think he plays less than 20 minutes. The game before they played Sacramento, he came in. He only played, I think, 15 minutes. He gave him 5 rebounds and 2 blocks. Who's doing that? Who's doing
ridiculous. That? He can legitimately guard 1 through 5. Not these fake statements they be saying about people who can guard 1 through 5 and they can't. He can legitimately do it. He can guard 1 through 5. He's extremely mobile. He can rim protect, help side, and as a primary defender, he can defend in the post. He can rebound. He can play passing lanes. He can do everything on defense, and he rebounds. And now post also break, he's making shots.
Does he close the game for them?
Huh?
Does he close the game for them?
In the game that's close, he's gonna be on the floor for sure.
Yeah,
every time. Yeah.
So is it essentially like they're waiting to the end of the game to really put him in?
Nah, he was playing a lot of early minutes, like second quarter minutes.
He comes at like usually the Orlando rotation is he'll come in like last 4 minutes of the first quarter, block your team up for 4 minutes to close the quarter. Then he might start the second quarter a couple minutes and then come back in to close the half, lock your team up going into the half. Third quarter, you'll see him sparingly, and then if the game's close in the fourth, he closes the game every time.
Okay. This is my thing about what you just said, Mars. If you any forwards, I'm talking about 3s and 4s. It's going to be hell with Jonathan Isaac. This is the Jonathan Isaac that we were getting right before he got like, this is him back. Like, okay, he's really back. It looked like Jonathan Isaac is turned the clock back. Like, forget all those knee injuries. And I can't say that he can actually, like, he can switch on to anyone. I'm fine with that. Like, we can switch, but that's not a,
I'm not saying you put him on Jokic and he guards him, but like so you are comfortable switching him and he can hold his own, and you don't need to call for doubles every time. Like you don't
exactly.
If he got switched on to Aaron Gordon, we're not screaming double. Like we good.
We want him on Aaron Gordon. I want him on Aaron Gordon.
I didn't realize, Ox. You brought that up. I'm glad you just brought that up, and I want you to keep going, Ox. I didn't realize. I keep forgetting he's 6'10". I forgot he's that big.
11.
Yeah,
I did not know he was that. I keep forgetting that he's that big. But keep going.
So I'm saying I don't want him like we're playing the Kings. We're talking about the Kings. I don't want him matched up with De'Aaron Fox, right? But if he gets switched on to De'Aaron Fox, we're fine. Stay home because he can recover at the rim. When De'Aaron gets that stop and pop in the midi, he's long enough, tall enough to stay vertical. He's going to contest the shot. Jonathan Isaac is crazy. Like even if you watch,
is insane. Like he doesn't jump
on the ground.
Like
crazy. And the thing is too, when he came into that game the second time, I believe it was like in the third quarter, when he came back in, he was on Keegan Murray like a blanket, Chilltown. You know how when you go into the game and they got that shooter, he's a 6'4", 6'5" shooter, and coaches just like stand on his toes, don't help off of him, stay there. It looked like one of those situations when he was on Keegan Murray like this, hugging him. Keegan Murray had the ball one time. He's trying to get open. He's looking around like somebody, come get the ball, please. Help me.
Come get this
like,
off me.
Help me. Please, I'm begging you. Somebody come get this ball. I was feeling bad for my man Keegan. I'm like, bro, could you please go guard somebody else?
Hey, so y'all see this on the screen from my man Tay Luke. Tay Luke 777 said he was a plus 26 last game. So let me break this down for you guys who didn't tap in. And this is the Magic versus Kings game. First of all, Jonathan Isaac went 10 for 13 from the field, 3 for 4 from 3, and finished with 25 and 7, all in 22 minutes. So he did play more than his time, which is actually positive. I love to see this going into the playoffs that he's playing a little more minutes. Yeah. So we'll see how this trend goes. But I do want to say this. He was plus 26. I'm going to give you the starters in their plus minus. Jalen Suggs was -8. Caleb Houston started the game, and he was -7. Wendell Carter Jr. was -20. Paulo Banchero was -13. And last but not least, Franz Wagner was -27. Essentially, those 22 minutes that Jonathan Isaac played kept them in the game.
Mm-hmm. Oh no! He saved them because Paulo Banchero was out there looking like a putt. I was telling Bambi before the game, like Paulo is dope, but he's still so young and he's not going to dominate the way he's supposed to dominate. He was out there looking like a putt. Bro, I'm telling you, Jonathan Isaac. I mean, if that is what the listened and traded and got them a point guard like Darius Garland or something like that, this team, I'll put my money on this.